Thank you all for coming together to explore the next phase of our Forward Together in Hope programme. When we launched this programme in July 2014, I said, I am very much aware of what is happening in our diocese. I'm also becoming aware that parish communities might indeed flourish if we become less parochial, if we become more aware of our neighbours, more willing to work together and explore new possibilities. For over 2 years now, every Catholic in our diocese has been invited to pray for guidance from the Holy Spirit to help us to move forward as numbers decline. Many wonderful things have been happening in our diocese in the past few years. There have been 24-hour and 12-hour prayer vigils in parishes and in deaneries, where many have come together to pray for our diocese. During Lent, I offered reflections at each of the 5 Vicariate areas. This time last year, every parish was working through this substantial questionnaire, and you have all received a response to that preparatory work. I am even more convinced now that the future is about sharing resources and skills, supporting each other, and sharing responsibility. At the present moment, we have 85 parish churches without an active resident priest living on the premises. We cannot expect our priests to simply serve more parish churches as their numbers continue to decline. It is inevitable that in future, fewer churches will be used for the celebration of Mass, and Mass will be celebrated less often. However, we also know that communities can flourish without a resident priest. We need flourishing communities to nurture the faith of each one of us and to support us as disciples of Jesus in our world today. We need to explore how support for communities can be shared between priests and people. We need to enable priests to let go of much of the day-to-day practical management so that they are free to fulfill their basic responsibility to call the community to prayer and worship, to preach, celebrate the sacraments, and to lead us in being compassionate and merciful witnesses to the Father. I pray that during your meeting, you explore honestly and courageously the real possibilities for development in the move from parish to partnership. Since I read Pope Francis's letter, The Joy of the Gospel, I have been struck by his comment about the parish. He says, "The parish is not an outdated institution, precisely because it possesses great flexibility. It can assume quite different contours depending on the openness and missionary creativity of the pastor and the community." So here you all are, priests, deacons, religious and lay people. This is a real opportunity to explore how flexible we all are, how willing we are to move from our tried and tested but now struggling system, which worked well in the past when we had many more people and many more priests. This is a real opportunity to explore how we can be missionary disciples in our world today. I have never been despondent about facts and figures. I'm really encouraged and delighted when I see the energy and the enthusiasm of our young people, the wonderful work of YMT, the sacred dedication of those who visit the sick and housebound, the initiatives of those who work for justice, and the prayerfulness of those who are regular worshippers in our churches. My hope is that your hearts and minds and imaginations are opened as we move towards working together more effectively. Glory be to the Holy Spirit, pouring out grace and guidance, forming us and renewing us. Inspire us all in the Diocese of Hexham and Newcastle to live the gospel, to be open to change, and to move forward together in hope. Thank you once again, and may God bless you.